Hi everyone, welcome to day 17 of 25 Days of Essentialism. And today we are on chapter 16. The title is Subtract, Bring Forth More by Removing Obstacles. So I want to start us off with, is there any obstacles in your life, in your business, that just keep being a point of friction, of frustration, that always slow you down? Things like, I don't know how to get around this. And maybe in your organization, people say things like, well, that's just how it is. Or, yeah, X thing is always like that. Or maybe it's a person. Oh yeah, well, Johnny or Sally or whoever it happens to be. Yeah, they always, they're not quite on the team, but we just kind of put up with it. Now, this chapter really talks about the impact that just one aspect, one challenge can have on your entire organization. That you might fix everything, but that still holds you back. And so this quote really landed for me. It's on page 185 at the intro. It says, constraints, he is told, are the obstacles holding the whole system back. Even if he improves everything else in his plant, his mentor tells him if he doesn't address the constraints, the plant will not materially improve. So good, because there's always things that just are the bottlenecks, the things that hold it back. And as I read through this chapter, I kind of I broke it into three things that he talked about. One is around clarity, right? Clarify the intent or your objective. Get clarity of what exactly you're trying to do. If you don't know that, you won't even know how to measure anything. So first, get real good clarity on your intent and what your objective is. 2, clarify and identify the greatest obstacle. Maybe your top 3 obstacles. What are the ones that are really causing the resistance, holding everybody back? And the third is, get clarity on how you're going to remove or reduce the obstacle's impact. Because sometimes you can just take it out entirely because you realize, I don't actually even need this. Or you realize you need to adjust it to reduce its impact. And I want to talk about something here really quick. Sometimes the obstacles are people. There are people on your staff. And on a team, I read this in a book, I forget which one it was. You can have A players, B players, C players, D players, and F players, right? You do not want to have C, D, and F players on your team. I guarantee you, those kind of people that don't really have the desire to move things forward, maybe they're not humble, they have whatever kind of character qualities they have, and they gum up the system. Okay, here's what happens. The A players and the B players are being irritated all the time, pulled down by the C, D, and F ones. And guess what's going to happen? Your A and B players are going to leave. So part of the subtraction, I hate to say this, but sometimes are the people on your team. Now, maybe there's a way you can actually raise them up, right? They want to improve. But sometimes if they just don't want to get with the program, get in line with the vision for your company, maybe the best thing to do is find them someplace else to go. Anyway, that's what I'll leave you with. The subtraction is often the best way to advancement. And lastly, I will add one more thing. As I'm reading this book, I found it's not one thing, right? It's a bunch of these things all in concert together to really move you forward. And I know so far I'm feeling kind of it's like overwhelming, right? There's so many pieces in this book. How can I possibly do all of these things? But what happens is, I found in my life, is I start with one, kind of do it for a while, build it into sort of a habit, and then build on to the next one. So I'd encourage you with that you try everything all at once, probably nothing will work. So maybe this week it's subtraction. Get clarity on what's your objective, what are the obstacles, and how might you reduce or remove those obstacles entirely. Okay, till tomorrow. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.